In the annals of history, few figures evoke as much fascination and intrigue as Jesus of Nazareth. His life and teachings have left an indelible mark on the world, yet a significant portion of his early years remains shrouded in mystery. The gap between his childhood, when he astounded the scholars in the temple with his understanding of the scriptures, and his baptism at the age of 30, is often referred to as the lost years. While the canonical Gospels offer scant information about this period, various theories and speculations have emerged, suggesting that these years were not merely a blank slate, but rather a time of profound growth, exploration, and preparation. Few historical figures evoke as much fascination and intrigue as Jesus of Nazareth. His life, teachings, and the profound impact he has had on cultures and societies throughout history are undeniable, yet many aspects of his early years remain shrouded in mystery. The time frame between his childhood, marked by extraordinary moments such as when he amazed temple scholars with his deep understanding of the scriptures, and the significant event of his baptism at the age of 30 is often referred to as the lost years. During this period, the canonical Gospels offer limited information, leading scholars and theologians to develop various theories and hypotheses. Many suggest that rather than being a stagnant phase devoid of activity or development, it was in fact a crucial period of significant personal growth, exploration, and spiritual preparation for the important ministry that lay ahead. This enigma surrounding the lost years invites speculation and curiosity, prompting many to ponder what transformative experiences Jesus may have encountered during this time that ultimately shaped his teachings and mission. The narrative begins in the quiet town of Nazareth, where Jesus grew up, the son of Mary and Joseph. The Gospels recount a singular moment in his youth, when, at the age of 12, he accompanied his family to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. There, he engaged in deep discussions with the religious leaders, leaving them astonished at his insights. But after that moment, the biblical record falls silent, leaving a gap of 18 years. What could have transpired during this time? Where did Jesus go, and what experiences shaped the man who would later turn the world upside down? One of the most compelling theories suggests that Jesus embarked on a journey to the east, exploring the spiritual traditions of India, Tibet, and even Egypt. These regions were known for their rich spiritual heritage, and the idea that Jesus may have sought wisdom from these cultures resonates with many who see him as a teacher of universal truths. Some proponents of this theory point to the similarities between Jesus' teachings and those found in Eastern philosophies, such as the emphasis on compassion, love, and non-attachment. Imagine Jesus, a young man, traversing the dusty roads of India, absorbing the teachings of sages and mystics. He might have sat at the feet of a guru, learning the art of meditation and the principles of Dharma. The landscapes of India, with their vibrant colors and diverse cultures, could have provided the backdrop for his spiritual awakening. Perhaps he wandered through the ashrams of the Himalayas, where the silence of the mountains echoed the stillness within his soul. Here, amidst the serenity of nature, he could have contemplated the nature of existence, grappling with the questions of life and death, suffering and salvation. The journey could have led him to Tibet, where the ancient practices of Buddhism flourished. In this land of snow-capped peaks, Jesus may have encountered monks who taught him about compassion and the interconnectedness of all beings. He might have learned the importance of mindfulness, understanding that every thought and action ripples through the fabric of the universe. Such teachings could have deeply influenced his later message of love and forgiveness, reinforcing the idea that we are all part of a greater whole. In Egypt, the land of mysticism and ancient wisdom, Jesus could have delved into the esoteric teachings of the Egyptian priests. The pyramids, standing as monuments to the divine, might have inspired him to explore the mysteries of creation and the nature of God. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, with its insights into the afterlife, could have offered him a different perspective on death and resurrection, themes that would later permeate his own teachings. The Nile, a symbol of life and fertility, might have served as a metaphor for his own journey, a river flowing towards a greater understanding of divine purpose. Yet, while the allure of these exotic travels is captivating, another theory posits that Jesus spent these years in divine silence, a period of preparation for his ministry. This interpretation suggests that the quietude of Nazareth was not a time of inactivity, but rather a sacred space where he could commune with God, reflect on his mission, and deepen his understanding of the scriptures. The notion of divine silence is powerful. It implies that in the stillness, profound revelations can occur. Jesus, as the incarnate Word, may have been in a state of profound communion with the Father, receiving insights and wisdom that would later inform his teachings. This theory resonates with the concept of spiritual formation, where individuals undergo a process of inner transformation before stepping into their calling. Jesus, the carpenter's son, might have spent years honing his understanding of humanity, observing the daily struggles and joys of the people around him. He could have engaged in the rhythms of life, learning the value of humility, service, and love. This period of preparation would have been essential, allowing him to embody the teachings he would later proclaim. The mystery surrounding these lost years invites reflection on the nature of time itself. In a culture that often equates productivity with worth, the idea of a silent, contemplative period may seem counterintuitive. Yet, it is in the quiet moments that profound transformations can occur. The seeds of wisdom planted during these years could have blossomed into the radical teachings that would challenge the status quo and inspire countless followers. As the years passed, whispers of Jesus' unique insights and teachings may have circulated among the people of Nazareth. Perhaps he engaged in discussions with local scholars and religious leaders, sharing his understanding of the scriptures and the nature of God. These interactions, while not recorded in the Gospels, could have laid the groundwork for his later ministry. The familiarity with the texts, the deep understanding of the law, and the compassion for the marginalized would all culminate in the radical message he would soon proclaim. The transition from silence to proclamation is a powerful narrative arc. As Jesus approached his 30th year, the time for his public ministry drew near. The moment of his baptism in the Jordan River, where he was anointed by John the Baptist, marked the beginning of a new chapter. The heavens opened, and a voice declared, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." This moment was not just a rite of passage. It was the culmination of years of preparation, reflection, and divine communion. In the context of the lost years, the baptism becomes a profound statement about identity and purpose. Jesus emerged from the waters, not merely as a man from Nazareth, but as the Messiah, the one who would fulfill the prophecies of old. The silence of the past had given way to the voice of the present, and the teachings that would follow would reverberate through history, shaping the beliefs of millions. The mystery of Jesus' lost years invites us to ponder the nature of growth and preparation in our own lives. In a world that often demands immediate results, it serves as a reminder that some journeys require patience and introspection. The years spent in silence, whether in the wilderness of our own experiences or in the quiet corners of our hearts, can be transformative. Just as Jesus emerged from his time of preparation with a message of love, hope, and redemption, so too can we find purpose in our own periods of waiting. As we reflect on these lost years, we are left with more questions than answers. Did Jesus travel to distant lands, seeking wisdom from ancient traditions? Or did he remain in the familiar embrace of Nazareth, quietly preparing for his divine mission? The truth may never be fully known, but the possibilities enrich our understanding of who Jesus was and the depth of his teachings. In the end, the lost years of Jesus serve as a testament to the complexity of the human experience. They remind us that even the most extraordinary lives are woven with threads of mystery, silence, and preparation. As we seek to understand the life of this remarkable figure, we are invited to embrace the unknown, to find meaning in the silence, and to recognize that every journey, no matter how hidden, contributes to the unfolding of a greater story.